We get lots of emails and lots of people asking us for more gluten-free recipes. And today we're going to talk to a lady that's what she does. This is Donna from Mud Creek, and she has a wonderful business where she makes all sorts of really cool gluten-free products. Good morning, good to see you.
Good morning, thanks for having me here.
You betcha. So she brought along one of her mixes, and then we're going to make it and turn it actually into two different recipes. This is a flatbread pizza mix, but what other types of mixes do you do?
We have everything from angel food cake. We do a sweet southern cornbread. We have banana bread, pumpkin bread. We have garlic cheddar biscuits. So we have over 21 just baking mixes.
And besides baking mixes, other products as well?
We also do fruit spreads. We have about 23 flavors of fruit spreads, some peppers, some chocolate ones. Those also are gluten-free. We make sure our chocolate that we also get from a gluten-free facility. And then we do some butter spices and then some coffee blends.
Very fun. And you can get the products, Mud Creek products, online. We'll tell you where you can get them. You can get them at area farmers markets. And your daughter, apparently, is that one of the inspirations for the business?
Right. We started out 8 years ago, and at that time we were just a regular company. But then 4 years ago, my daughter became gluten intolerant or diagnosed with that. And so that kind of changed the format of it. We wanted to make something that everybody could enjoy, including her, and we weren't making two of everything.
But if you're not gluten-free, don't be alarmed, because the stuff still tastes really, really good, and it's quick and easy to make. So, if you struggle with pizza dough, and I do, this makes it really, really easy. So we're going to turn the flatbread pizza mix into two different recipes. The first one we're going to do is something that you see a lot of times at the restaurants or in bakeries, focaccia, which is wonderful. Lots of different flavors in it. It's just a really fun bread to eat as its own with a salad or with soup. So we're going to put your mix together. Now, do you use a mixer when you do this at home?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. It seems to blend all of the ingredients together.
Okay.
You'll find that with gluten-free mixes, they have a real light, kind of airy, and it just helps to have a mixer that kind of blends all of that together.
Okay. So here's the mix, and then we're going to follow the mix directions and add the ingredients for that. So basically, this is the flatbread pizza dough mix, all right?
And then we're going to add some butter to
Okay.
it. And just put everything, it doesn't matter what order, you're just going to add everything together and then mix it at once.
Half a stick of softened butter.
And then we have 2/3 cup of milk.
Okay.
And then we're going to have a half a teaspoon of garlic powder.
Okay. Give it some great flavor.
And then we're also going to add a half a cup of cheese.
Does it matter what type of cheese?
It doesn't matter. We're using just a cheddar cheese today.
But you could stick
You
with
could
Italian, Parmesan,
Right,
or
depending on what
Asiago.
type of bread that you're planning on making.
Sure.
And then we're going to do 3 eggs.
Okay. Now, does this need to rise?
This does not.
So I love this even better. So
Right.
you could actually be coming home after work and feel like pizza or focaccia, and then you don't have to be waiting
Right.
for hours. So we're going to mix this together.
And when you're mixing it, it's going to have kind of a sticky cake dough, kind of a batter to it.
Don't be alarmed, though. It's not like
Right.
your regular pizza dough is what you're saying.
Right. And since it's not going to, you have to let it raise. You don't have to worry about over mixing it.
Okay, okay.
And you just want to blend those ingredients.
Okay, so we have some of the dough already made here, and when you work with it, you're going to work with it a little different than pizza dough, right?
That's right. So what we're
because
going
it's
to do-
gluten-free, it's a little bit different. Okay.
Right. And you're going to put this in an ungreased pan.
Okay.
And let's see.
So if you're making pizza with it, you're going to spread it. Yep, you bet.
Spatula.
If you're going to make pizza with it, you'd spread it into a pizza pan and
You would
layer,
spread it in a pizza
sauce.
pan.
But we're going to make focaccia with it, so we're going to do something
Right.
else with it.
And if you do decide, to make it into a pizza thing, what you want to do is just with a spoon dipped in some water, spread it.
Okay.
You'll find it's a little bit easier.
Okay.
And so you can just, make this as big or as thick as you want it.
Okay.
And what you're trying to do is just kind of even out that top part. So when we add the ingredients on top, they'll stick a little bit better.
Okay.
And we're going to just add a little, I'll take
Oh,
that
you bet. A
spoon
little
there.
olive oil.
We're going to add a little olive oil. I find that it just kind of helps give that crust a little bit golden flavor.
Focaccia normally doesn't have, you know, like the red sauce, like pizza sauce. It's more of a bread, a flavored bread. So,
and usually you'll eat it kind of warm or
That's when
cold,
it's best,
room
yeah.
temp warm,
Yeah.
and then room temp.
Okay.
And so this olive oil will really help keep
bet,
that
you bet.
flavors in there.
Slice up tomato.
So we're just going to slice up some tomatoes.
And we want these. Do you want these in slices?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And you can add whatever ingredients you want. You know, if you want to add like some kind of meats to it, you know, you could do your pepperoni. Meats that when if you're going to do them cold, are going to hold up with their flavor and so forth.
Okay.
And we're just going to add just, you know, a few of these. As it bakes up, you'll see that it'll kind of spread apart.
Okay.
And then we're going to just add some onions on top, and we're just going to do a tomato onion one today.
Keep it simple, but sky's the limit on this. This is just, again, a method. You know, fresh herbs, rosemary,
and then what I like to do
garlic.
is just kind of press it down just a little bit.
Okay.
And then we're going to take some cheese and put that on top, and we're working with just a Gouda cheese today.
But again, Parmesan or more of the cheddar.
And keep in mind the types of cheese that you use. You know, if you use mozzarella, you're going to get that all over kind of melting. And with, you know, your Goudas and so forth, they kind of just stay where they're at.
Okay, now this is a fun ingredient. Tell us about this.
Yes, now this is a sweet tomato chèvre. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Goat cheese spread.
Right, and this is from Capri Supreme out of Black Creek, and it's has a really sweet taste to it. And we're just going to dollop just a little bit of that on top.
Yum. If you don't like goat cheese, you know, you could leave it out. I happen to love it.
Right.
But this is a spread, so it's a little bit more mellow.
Yeah, and you'll find that with this, it's also, you know, going to pretty much stay where it's at.
Okay.
So that's why we're just, and it just, because if you're not a big gold person, it just gives you a hint of flavor rather than an all over.
Oven temperature for this?
The oven temperature is going to be 350.
Okay.
And then you're going to bake it for 20 minutes.
Okay.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of our butter spice, which is a tomato basil. And we're just going to sprinkle a little bit of that on top.
I smell that. It does kind of smell like a little bit of butter, you know, so is that a great butter substitute?
Well, what we do is you add it to it butter to jazz up corn on the cobs, baked potato, dinner rolls. But the nice added thing is that it can be used as just a regular spice or a rub as well.
So into the oven, 350, it bakes for about how long, Donna?
It bakes for 30 minutes.
Okay.
You'll bake it.
Oh, and it looks gorgeous. It really kind of puffs up. Wow.
Yep. And then that's what you get.
Yum. I can hardly wait for it to cool off and dig into that. Again, for people who are interested in your products, the gluten-free mixes, some of the spices, the spreads that you do, you're at area farmers markets in the winter. You're at the Appleton Farmers Market in the city center.
In the city center. We're there during the summer as well, out on College Avenue. You can find us online as well, but we're also in about 30 stores. So you can find us at Cook's Corner. You can find us at Simon's Cheese. Look for us in most of your specialty shops.
Mud Creek is what you're looking for. And Donna's going to stick around. What are we making next time?
Next, we're going to make a garlic monkey bread. So it's a little play on that breakfast treat that everybody just loves, but we're just going to make it more of an appetizer treat.
Oh, I can hardly wait. And they're so cute. Wait till you see them. We'll be back. Stay with us.